Hello everybody, this is Pastor Drew Larson, formerly Drew Haywood, and I am sitting here in Louisville, Kentucky, drinking my second cup of coffee. That was free. I guess your free cup of coffee is your second cup of coffee. So I tried the Pike's Roast, and now I am having my second cup, which is the Bold Roast, here at Starbucks on 4th Street and Washington or Jefferson or something like that in downtown Louisville. Delicious. Anyway, so as I told people, I would start video vlogging, whatever the term is. I'm going to try to do it at least once a week, hopefully maybe twice, 3 times a week as time goes on. I'm not trying to become some famous blogger or anything, just share my thoughts, because, you know, I tend to write long, super long Facebook statuses. My nose is all itchy. Sorry about that. Anyway, so this is my first time. This is an experiment. Please don't judge me too harshly on this. I had another visit last night to the hospital. This pain on the left side that started a few days ago, right around the time I left for Louisville, has got worse. They did not give me a lot of narcotics this time, as I begged them not to, just enough to help me get this pain under control, and they gave me some other medications and some steroids that actually pretty much took the pain away without having to use narcotics, and I am thankful for that, so that's a blessing. And so I'm just updating you guys on everything that's going on with my life and everything. I'm staying with my cousin Deborah and her husband Terry and their 5 wonderful kids. And I don't know how long I'm going to be here, if it's another couple days, another week, another 2 weeks. Only God knows that. Whenever I feel released to go home, I'll probably be in Louisville most of the morning, early afternoon, maybe do a little shopping. But I can't do that because I'm addicted, so maybe only 1 or 2 things. Starbucks, the best. I know Marsha and Nate will get mad at me because they don't like Starbucks anymore. Sorry, y'all. Anyways, once I get back to Phoenix, my plan is to pack and make my departure from there. I believe that over the past 3 years that my pastoral ministry in Phoenix has come to an end. I believe that my pastoral ministry, like I said, has come to an end in Phoenix. Have tried a couple times with planting churches. Sometimes people have success, sometimes people have what the earth likes to call failure. I don't believe it's failing unless you don't get back up and dust yourself off and try again. Maybe I made some mistakes, but I've learned from those mistakes, from a lot of my colleagues from APCI, from RPI, from GAP. So I do apologize about the noise in the background. I am at Starbucks, so those are the Frappuccino blenders going for all you frap lovers. So pretty much I feel that my time is over as far as pastoral ministry in Phoenix, and that's why I'm taking this short sabbatical. And then I have put a timeline together for ministry over the next year. My goal is to try to raise some funds before I launch into doing this, trying to build a core team that's serious about this. We've talked about Salt Lake City because we've known we've been called there even before the situation with me and Jared, which I'll explain in another vlog, with his permission, of course. And I've talked to several people, about a half a dozen people from Salt Lake City area, that have said that they're hungry for a church like Genesis Church, a church that it's the way Jesus intended it to be, non-judgmental, non-hate spirited. Our thing is love God, love people, love life, and you know, everything else falls in under place. Of course we have beliefs and doctrines, but we're not set on beliefs and doctrines. We don't build our church around the beliefs and doctrines. We build our church around community, fellowship. We build our church around the teachings of Jesus Christ. We build our church around faith, grace, hope, love. we just, that's our goal for Salt Lake City. So many people there, especially the Mormons, who have come out of the closet and who have been hurt by the LDS Church. And not just the LDS Church, Baptist churches, Assemblies of God churches, Pentecostal churches. Just because it's Salt Lake City, only about 49% of the members of Salt Lake City are LDS. So that shows you a lot of other denominations are building there. It is also the banking capital of the country. So we do have a lot of bankers there. Coffee break. And our goal is to reach everybody, especially the ex-LDS, ex-Pentecostal, ex-Apostolic, ex-Baptist, ex-Lutheran, ex-Catholic, who have been excommunicated from their church because of their sexual orientation, the way God created them to be. And that breaks my heart to know that a church, a man or a woman of God, would sit there and excommunicate somebody because of the way God has made them. And I'm only 27 years old, and for the past 8 years I've been studying the Greek and the Hebrew. I've been to several lectures, seminars, some by Brother Apostle William Carey. I've talked to Dr. Joseph Pearson several times. I've used his course materials and teaching. I believe that both of those ministries have vital information that can be used to reach the LGBT community and let them know there is faith, there is hope, and there is a place of love, that they can find a church like Genesis Church, or if they're in other cities like Indianapolis, like Bridges of Hope or Powerhouse, or if they're in cities like Chicago or Elgin, that there's High Praises International Ministries, or if there's cities in Louisville like Open Door Fellowship and the MCC of Louisville, or if they're in places like New York City, Jay Baker and Revolution Church, that there are churches around the country that love them, that care about them. But the reason why Salt Lake City was placed on our heart, I believe, is because there are no spirit-filled churches. There's a Baptist church that is somewhat welcoming. There's an Episcopal church, a United Church of Christ, a Presbyterian church. So the few churches that there are more liturgical. I do have a liturgical side to me, you know, being in a Lutheran church in the past year. On the weekends outside of our church plant, me and Jared, my partner, former partner, would go to. So our goal isn't to be a liturgical church or a church that dances around and does crazy things. Our goal is to be a church that brings up believers that worship God the way they feel called to worship God, whether it's on their knees praying and crying, or whether it's, you know, shouting and dancing down through the aisle, or whether it's just raising their hands to God and saying, I surrender, God. I love you, God. And that is our goal. So, as this is my first video vlog, I just hope you guys don't judge me too much. Sipping on my Starbucks here, which probably isn't the best because I'm teasing you guys. For those Starbucks lovers, I know there are those anti-Starbucks people, and if it helps, I had a banana nut bread this morning for breakfast. That was the first thing I ate because I started getting a little shaky because of some stuff with my health, and I just seen flashing lights somewhere. So, but I'm at a pretty nice Starbucks right now, just relaxing, chilling before I start exploring Louisville again. And I just don't know what to say. Thank you guys for listening, and hit like if you listened to the blog and actually liked it. If you didn't, sorry, there isn't a dislike button. And remember, I can delete comments. No, I'm just joking. I can, but I wouldn't do it. So, I love all of you guys. I love all of my family, my friends, and I do love my Facebook followers in a weird, crazy way. I love you guys. I wouldn't approve your request or accept you or request you as a friend unless you meant something to me, or I wanted to build some kind of relationship with you here now or here in the future soon. So, with faith, hope, love, reconciliation, and restoration, I hope God touches you today, uses you today in ways that you could never imagine. So I know that God is bigger than us, and God can do so much. So just remember, give it to God, and everything will be okay. God bless.